I'm here for it. Welcome to our Breakfast Club call. It is Thursday, June the 1st, 2023. Wow. My name is Pamela Pacheco, and I have the absolute honor, pleasure, and privilege of being your host. If you are just joining us for the first time, welcome. If you are returning once again, welcome home. I am super excited to be here with you guys this beautiful morning, and I am looking forward to talking to you guys about a few things today. And when we started opening up the call this morning, we're talking about, hey, what are you looking forward to in the third quarter? What is something that you are looking forward to in the next half of the year, or as we enter third quarter, which begins today? So now, as we actually we're finishing up second quarter, but we are starting third quarter very, very soon. And I want to talk to you guys about transformation. And if you are tuning into the Breakfast Club once again, or if this is your first time, congratulations to you. We know that garbage in is garbage out, and greatness in is greatness out. And how you start your day sets the tone for your day, because our subconscious mind, if you didn't know, fun fact for the day, is open the most in the morning and at night. So it's very important that you inspect what you expect. What are you putting into your mindset? What are you starting off your day with, right? So welcome to the call, everyone. Now, as we're going to get started, I wanted to talk to you guys about today is transformation. So 3 tools for transformation. And when we're talking about, having different tools in our tool belt, these are tools that not only are going to help you transform the way that you go about your business, but pretty much how you go about your life. Because when we talk about transformation, it's a result of renewing our mind. Our life doesn't just change. Our life changes by us changing our life. And once your life changes, it really starts because you started changing your thoughts. And if you've ever heard the saying, you change your thoughts, you change your life, change your paradigm, you will change your life, because all of these ways are just conscious. And on average, if we think about this, our brain processes 70,000 thoughts a day. Did you know that? Out of those 70,000 thoughts a day that our brain is processing, tell me how many of those are you utilizing for your good? Do you think that the majority of them, we utilize them for our good? Or can you say that sometimes you're using it for some type of self-sabotage? Type it in the chat. Yes. Make sure you are sending it to all panelists and attendees. But absolutely. It starts, some are negative, some are positive, but understand that no thought comes without a feeling. And no feeling is a void of thought. So how do you move forward? How do you embrace change? How do you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to transform daily and take control of your thoughts, right? 3 things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. If you are writing this down, it's reinforce, reframe, and refocus. Reinform, reframe, and refocus. So as you reinforce your beliefs, you reframe your perceptions, and you refocus your memories, you redeem your mind. Let's get into that. So when we talk about, reinforcing your beliefs, right? It is important to know that beliefs are everything. And you may say, hey, Pam, well, my belief about this is based on what I have, endured, or my belief is based on what my mom taught me, or what I learned in school, or rich dad, poor dad kind of deal. But understand that your beliefs determine your behavior ultimately. And there's several techniques that we can talk about when it comes to reinforcing your beliefs. But one of them, and this is probably the most significant, and I'm not going to go through a whole bunch of them, but one of them is to challenge negative or limiting beliefs. So if you're that person that's like, listen, I know that I want to reinforce my beliefs, and I know that my beliefs determine my behavior, but how can I go? What is a way that I can change those beliefs? First of all, challenge anything negative. Challenge anything negative that comes into your mind. Challenge any limiting belief, any little voice that says like, you can't do this or you can't do that. Challenge that. because this can help not only replace them with something more positive, but for every disempowering belief, you have to challenge it with an empowering belief. Because truth be told, I want you to type in the chat for me. Have you ever thought something negative and it helped you? Have you ever thought a limiting belief and it got you closer to your goal? It got you closer to living that dream life of yours? Type it in the chat for me. If that's ever served you. Only Lisa. That's never served you. All of you guys on this call have your negative beliefs have served you. Okay, Kathy, thank you. We're gonna have some crowd participation, okay? But you guys, it's really and truly, and I know some of you guys are sending it to all panelists. Make sure that you're sending it to all panelists and attendees. The question was, has a negative belief or a limiting belief served you at any point in your life? Has it helped you get closer to your goal? Has it helped you become a better person? Has it helped you get closer with your family? Has it helped you in your faith? Has it helped you in your fortune? Has it helped you in your fitness? Has it helped you in your fun? And the answer is no. So then, okay, challenge that negative or limiting belief by identifying it and question it, because this can help replace them with more positive or empowering beliefs. And another technique is to just focus on building your self-confidence. Focus on building your self-belief. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday and I was just like, listen, it's okay. I was like, and she's like, I don't believe in myself all the time like you believe in me. I said, cool. So let's try this. When that happens, start believing in you like I believe in you. Borrow my belief. And at that moment, she was like, and how can I do that? I said, just question what comes to your mind. Question it. Question what comes to your mind. Ask yourself, is this thought coming into my mind because it is something that God wants me to think? Is this something that's going to help me grow? Is this something that's going to help me prosper? Is this something that's going to help me be better? Is this something that's going to help me do better? Because if it's not, then we have to reframe it. We have to challenge that. We have to start changing it. And you're talking about building your self-confidence and building your self-belief, but this helps individuals have more faith in their abilities and your beliefs and in everything you're doing. So practice positive thinking, practice visualization, because this can all help reinforce those beliefs by creating a positive mental image of the desired outcome. Because truth be told, it is super important to note that beliefs can be deeply ingrained in us. Like, some of y'all are not answering because you're like, man, the beliefs that I've had, the beliefs that have not been serving me, the beliefs that I have seen my life completely just be in a whirlwind, and I get a little bit of success, but I don't keep it because it's your level of beliefs. It's your level of belief. A lot of people don't continue on the path of success. You know why? Because the belief is in their mindset, I don't deserve that. I'm not worthy of having this incredible, abundant life. But again, your mindset is where your mind sits. So challenge that. I invite you to challenge it. And if you're the person that's like, man, I'm continuously struggling with that, seeking support from not only a mentor, right? Seeking support, whether you're finding, we say all the time, commitment lasts longer in community, whether you're finding that help in your church, or you're finding that help in your YMCA, if you're finding that help in your local chamber, if you're finding that help from a coach, from a therapist, but seeking support, because commitment always lasts longer in community. So hope you guys got some value from that. So again, reinforce your beliefs, right? Number 2, reframe your perceptions. If you don't like the way you're feeling, check the way you're thinking. Check the way you're thinking. I was talking to somebody yesterday and it was just like, oh, and I this and that, and I just assumed this and I assumed that. And I'm just like, so now you're going into a state of self-sabotage. Yes, you are. Because when you do not change the way that you are thinking, the perception that you have is shaped by our experience, again, our beliefs, our attitudes, but it can also be reinforced. It can also, you can reframe those perceptions. But 9 out of 10 times, if you don't like the way you're feeling, change the way that you are thinking, okay? And if you're talking about, okay, well, I want to actively change or reframe my perception, what are you thinking about? One approach, again, is to seek out information or experiences that support your perception, your belief. So for example, if you're someone that sees yourself as you want to be a professional networker, you want to be a professional in this business, it is absolutely non-negotiable not attending training. Here's why. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, I want to speak like you. I want to speak like Josh. I want to speak like, listen, yes, did I do Toastmasters in college? 100%. I certainly did. It helped tremendously. It helped me throughout my entire career. But you know what's helped me? Over 1,000 presentations, if not over 5,000 times that I got to speak in front of a room, being in front of a room over and over and over and over again. You know what's helped me more too? You know why this is the gift that keeps on giving? Because guess what we have when you hit platinum? Trainers Academy. Yeah, we have trainer school, right? So guess what they teach us on there? How to be a better speaker. They talk to you about tonality. They talk to you about all these things. But here's the reality. A lot of people just want to take the easy road out. And they just want to be like, oh, well, I'll just go pay somebody to teach me how to do this. Cool. But guess what? If you don't practice it every single day, it doesn't matter how much you learn, because knowledge on ice means nothing. I'd rather take ignorance on fire every single day. And sometimes, people don't like getting uncomfortable because it's uncomfortable. I know, but that's where growth is about. So if you want to become a better speaker, you want to become a better person, do 1,000 presentations, go do 1,000 product demos, go do 1,000 vendor events. I bet you'll become a better speaker if you're talking to enough people. But again, your perception is based on your experience, your belief, your attitude. And if you want to be somebody that is seeking out different things, if you want to be a professional in this business, if you want to be a professional international speaker, like a lot of us are, the most important thing is you seeking out opportunities so that you can receive positive feedback to reinforce your perception. Because if you don't ever know how good you are as a speaker, if you don't ever actually try it, you'll never know. Right? You'll never know. And that is a fact. I just did my 3rd TV recording in the last 33 days, right? And we actually did 4 because we shot for 2 segments. One is airing today and another one is airing next week on Tuesday. To God be the glory. I do not take any of this. I mean, I'm really just allowing him to order my steps, and I'm just grateful. But guess what? Guess what helped me the most be such a great speaker? Repetition. Here, absolutely. Yes, Lisa, repetition and course correction for sure helps sharpen your skills. But I've done so many presentations over and over and over and over again. I had one of the best in this business train me for over almost nearly a decade of my life. Yes, I have a master's degree, but I have learned the best of how to be a public speaker here in this business. Toastmasters was absolutely incredible, and I highly recommend it. But you want to be a better speaker, you want to be a professional network marketer, you want to be a professional in this business, a professional customer, okay, acquisition specialist, like Lisa and Denise, the queens of customer sales and customer acquisitions. You have to get in the trenches, reframe those perceptions that you have. And I share this with you. It's not to boast or to brag, but to tell you, I actually spoke about passive income Where do you think that I learned what passive income was? Yes. Did I know what it was when I was like 16 years old? Absolutely. Because one of my mentors gave me the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? Changed my entire life. Changed my entire life. However, guess where I've learned the most about passive income? Where I've earned passive income, where I made a $400 investment and earned hundreds of thousands of dollars, multiple six figures in this industry. Yes, this is where I learned it. So how was I able to talk about it is because I've been reframing my perceptions, but I've been putting in the work. So it's like nothing happens overnight, but we magically look at people and we're like, oh man, that looks like that's so amazing. No, like it takes work and everything. It takes work. Here's another technique. Use positive affirmations or your self-talk to reinforce your positive perceptions. There's not one morning that I do not get up and pray and meditate and my affirmations and say how grateful I am that I am the #1 Latina influencer and community builder. There's not one day that I am not thanking God for being healthy, that disease does not enter this body. I utilize positive affirmations and self-talk every single day. It is absolutely important. How do you reinforce that for yourself? Whatever works for you, but affirmations and self-talk, and I will tell you why self-talk is so important. When we talk about the emotional triad, right, of, the emotional triad of the human being, it's all about your body, your focus, and your language. If anybody that is, fighting depression, we're always sounding like, what is your body doing? Because when you can change the state of what you're doing, if you're standing up, right? It's hard to be depressed if you're at the gym. It's hard to be depressed if you are walking, if you are moving your body, if you're getting up. And the emotional triad of how we feel, the F is for your focus. What are you focusing on? What you focus on the longest becomes the strongest. The language, what meaning are you giving to it? Also, not only the meaning you're giving to it, but what self-talk are you doing to yourself? Because these three things are ultimately determining your emotional triad, how you feel. So a lot of people are like, oh, I don't feel good. Well, you're not going to feel good if you're staying in bed. You're not going to feel good if you actually didn't pick up your phone to actually show somebody what you're working on, whether it's a product demo or a presentation or just a conversation. But success is a contact sport and rent is due every single day. So again, you want to change the way you are thinking. Start by changing what you're telling yourself. And this goes hand in hand. You'll hear the most incredible thought leaders of the world, and they will tell you 1,000% their self-talk is second to none, because this is not only going to help you reinforce positive perceptions and beliefs, but it's going to counteract any negative self-talk. If you guys are getting value from this, type it in the chat, please. I always want to make sure we are adding value to you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, visualization. It can also be a powerful tool for reinforcing your perception by imagining oneself in a positive situation or outcome. And why do I say that is because the mind can be trained to perceive that the situation is more attainable and it's also more desirable. But it is very important to know that the perceptions, they can be influenced by biases. Like I had a negative perception when it came to certain things. Why? Because I grew up in a household where it was like money doesn't grow on trees. Have you heard that? It's like, I'm going to the store and my mom's like, you better not even look at that. You better not touch it. You can't, the answer is no, you can't have that. We don't have no money for that. Nope. Right? And I remember like, whenever I would get a Barbie doll, it was like, yes, right? But I had to start changing. My thoughts on money. I had to start changing when going from money doesn't go on trees, but knowing that God wants me to live an abundant life. So I had to start reframing a lot of the thinking, a lot of the perceptions that was not allowing me to grow. And again, that perception was influenced by a negative bias that I have. And biases may not always be accurate. Have you ever been biased towards something and you're like, man, when you actually got to actually know it, you're like, that kind of wasn't what I was expecting. Has that ever happened to anybody? Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, it's important to note that the perceptions, it can be influenced by bias, but your bias may not always be accurate. So challenge everything. Like, take everything with a grain of salt. Even what I'm telling you, like, challenge everything. Like, go deeper, right? Go deeper. Like, this is a constant, never-ending improvement. This is about you becoming the best version of you, but like, challenge and question everything. Also, seeking feedback from others and being open to different perspectives. It can help ensure that your perceptions are based on reality, and they're not just based on your personal biases or assumptions or anything that has not served you this far. Number 3, refocus your memories. Refocus your memories. Ask yourself this: are you making memories right now, or are your memories making you? We hear often you're depressed because you're thinking about the past, and you're anxious because you're thinking about the future. But the moment of the present is a present. That's why it's called the present. What have you been focusing on? And I say that to you because, see, yes, there's several techniques that can be used to refocus our memories, right? One of them is, cognitive restructuring. And I'll get into that in a second. However, when you talk about, are you making memories or are your memories making you, that can be applied to so many different aspects of your life. Again, I was just talking to you about my memories from a childhood with, growing up in a single parent household. My mom was on survivor mode, right? If you can relate, like, type of one in the chat. If you know what it is, all right, to grow up on food stamps, to listen, like, it ain't what it's not what you're seeing right now. This always hasn't been my life. Okay. But I've understood that if I would have held on to memories that were not necessarily serving me, then I wouldn't have been able to continue to live life in my purpose. Now, another memory, right? A lot of people, and I've seen this happen, it's just self-sabotage, right? You talk about self-sabotage at its finest. You would say, man, I am ready for that next level of mentorship. I want this. I'm ready for this next level of my life. I want freedom. I want passive income. I wanted to just continue to grow. And then you had a conversation with someone, whether it was a presentation on Zoom, or it was an in-person presentation, or it was just a demonstration of the products. And man, they were like, you know what? I'm financially good, even though good is the enemy of great, but we'll talk about that another time. I'm good right now. It's not for me. And then that person, what happened was they planted a seed of doubt in you. They not only then planted a seed of doubt, but then you were so excited about your business. Has anybody ever been excited and then you go to show somebody and it's not what you expected? Yes, absolutely. Make sure you guys are sending it to everyone. A lot of you guys are sending the comments to all panelists, but have you ever gone to have a conversation with somebody about something you're so excited and then you're like, and it just kind of let you down? Yeah, 100%. Because you were the person that's always checking for them, and you were just talking to them about how y'all gonna change the world, and you were just talking to them about how you got to get out the struggle. And then when you finally showed them a way, they're like, nah, I don't know. What you mean you don't know? You was just talking about how broke you were, but you don't know. You was just talking about how you wanted to create more memories with your family because you lost your dad and you had one picture to show for. but then now you don't want to go show the deal to change that for other people because somebody else told you no, somebody else tried to steal you of your dream, somebody else tried to steal you of your joy. Like, I'm gonna tell you this, refocus your memories because it's not serving you. When you're going through the numbers, you are not focusing on who told you no. You are not harping on who tried to steal your dream. There's no way that's what you're focusing on. Because again, it's shifting your perspective. It's reframing your focus. It's saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to persist and persevere until I'm going to have patience to know that it's not me waiting is not a wasted season. See, a lot of times you think that a waiting season is a wasted season, but delay does not mean denial. So if you're ever in that space that you're just like, when is this time coming? It's coming. But the moment you give up, the moment you're throwing in the towel, it's over for that. It's over for that because it's like, it could be right there. You could be 1 inch away from it, but you just gave up because you're too busy focusing on the person that told you no. Again, are you making your memories or are your memories making you? Start reframing that, start challenging that, because we have to adapt the mindset in this, and not only in this business, it's in life. There's something that you have been, yes, Michelle, a pin in the balloon. There is something at some point that you have been excited about. It can be that you just got a new car. It can be that you just got a new book. It can be anything at some point in your life that you're going to be excited and you're going to go talk to somebody you love about it, and they're not going to be as excited as you are. They're going to steal your joy. But does that make it less meaningful? Does that make it less exciting for you? Does that make it less impactful? Stop letting these people steal your dreams. Stop letting these people steal your goals. You know how many people laughed, and again, you talking about memories, right? There are so many people when I got serious about this industry. So I've been in and out of, I've been trying, yes, like companies that I thought were similar. I've been in the business of direct sales. I'm talking about from Cutco knives to, Visalis, to Mary Kay, to Amway, to Solavi, to MCA, to you name it. Okay. I probably have done it since the age of 15, because when I read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I was like, there's no way these people are living like this and we struggling over here. Like, and I was 15 and I just had a desire for more. I had a desire. My mom was just like, this girl's crazy. And I was just like, I'm crazy enough to believe that I'm gonna change it. Right. And I remember just so many people when I finally took this industry serious 10 years ago. And why do I say I took it serious? So I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to give this 2 to 5 years. I'm not just going to give it a month of me putting in the work. No, I'm going to give this 2 to 5 years of doing the work, of learning what I needed to learn, of going to every training, not missing a training. I remember there was a training one time, and it was a Super Saturday, and it was a training the day of my mom's birthday. And I sacrificed not having breakfast with my mom that morning so that I can be at training. But because I made that sacrifice, I was able to have the freedom to be there for her the last 9 months of her life. Do you think that she cared about a breakfast that I missed? No, because when it came down to it, all she needed was my time. But I go back, I digress. I was talking to you about, so memories of when I finally decided to take this serious and I said, you know what, I'm going to go all in. I had one of my uncles that was like, there's no way you're going to be successful in this. This thing is a scam. You're going to travel. You're right. You're going to go where? Like, that makes no sense. To this day, I absolutely love my Uncle Julio. Love you, Theo, if you're looking at this. It's okay. I forgive you. But, one of those memories that it was like you were so excited and he was like, this is a scam, you're going to jail, this is never gonna work, you're never gonna travel. Well, to this day, my uncle has only been to one country, the Dominican Republic, where he was born, right? And Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States. So some of y'all may say it's a different country, which kind of it is, right? I'm not knocking it, but it's part of it. But in the Dominican Republic, like for you to tell me this is a scam, and man, talk about do you make your memories or your memories making you? See, I have had to get on my second passport now because that's how many stamps that I've had on my passport. And I'm talking about from Bali, Indonesia to Marrakesh and Casablanca, Morocco, to Paris, France, to Spain, to Qatar and Doha. I'm talking about to, Costa Rica and Colombia and Peru and Mexico, and we could keep going. We don't need to. You get the point. Do you make memories or are your memories making you? So I had to have that muscle to know, listen, what's coming, it's you can't even imagine what's coming. And I remember it's so interesting because when my mom was sick, my uncle had, him and I were having a conversation, and he was just like, man, I know that I was a little harsh on you years ago when you were getting serious about your business. And I'm so proud that you didn't listen to me. I was like, respectfully, Theo, I love you, but you've never had the lifestyle that I wanted. So one of the things my mentor told me, and it always stuck for me, was if you buy somebody's opinion, you got to buy their lifestyle. And I love you, Theo. I respect you so much, but I just never wanted your lifestyle. I never wanted how you were living. I didn't want that to be me. So as much as it broke my heart, it strengthened my vision and it cleared me, and it gave me even more strength because I knew that all I wanted to do was take my mom around the world, and I did. Hence why I have over 10,000 memories and pictures with her, right? And it makes it easier on those days that are tough, that I miss her like crazy. I have so many memories and videos, and I could just go on and on and on about, right? That it's impossible to be sad when you're looking at joy, when you're looking at fun, when you're looking at fulfillment, and you're like, listen, it's, again, are you making your memories, or are your memories making you? A lot of people, you're counting yourself out because somebody else gave up on their dreams. Somebody else gave up on their goals. So it's like, oh, well, that person did it. That's okay. They could stop believing, but that doesn't mean you. And that's why they say, stay around the campfire. I see so many people, they start and they're on fire, on fire, on fire, on fire. Then they go a week without showing somebody the deal. Then they go 2 weeks without not only showing somebody the deal, but now they haven't even attended a secret social. They haven't even attended a Tuesday synergy call. They haven't even attended one of the Breakfast Club calls. They're not around the fire. So the reason why you need to stay around the fire is because the spark eventually becomes the flame. And it's like, you're going to be on fire, and you're going to be on fire. And have you ever heard, like, you're on fire, and the more you stay on fire, people will come from thousands upon thousands of miles to watch you burn or watch you light the way. I added that part, right? Watch you light the way. And guess what? It's like, you gonna see me be on fire for Jesus. You gonna see me be on fire for life, but you dang sure ain't gonna see me tripping over what anybody said. Why? Because, again, mentorship is so important. When my mentor told me, you buy somebody's opinion, you buy their lifestyle, immediately, all of these little antennas, like, have you ever heard something and it's just like, everything starts like calculating and everything. It's like, you wouldn't ask an obese person or an overweight person for workout advice. No, like that same uncle, like, I love you, but I'm not going to ask you for advice on a 6-pack because you were going to send me to the 6-pack in the fridge. You understand? But Tiana Taylor, Listen, y'all seen Shorty abs? I needs that. Okay, new goals. That's what I'm talking about. So it's levels. It's levels to this. So again, do you make your memories, or are your memories making you? And that applies to everything in our life, everything in our business, in our faith, in our family, in our fitness, in our fortune, in our fun. And there's several techniques that you can use that. One of them is to engage in cognitive restructuring. Thank God for notes, because they keep me on track. Because, you know, I'm like Dory from Finding Nemo. Anyhow, but one approach is to engage in cognitive restructuring. What is cognitive restructuring? It basically is, again, what we're talking about from the beginning, it's identifying and challenging your negative or distorted thoughts. It's identify and challenging these limiting beliefs, these things that are not serving you. So how do you challenge that? You replace them with more positive or accurate ones. You replace them with more positive or more accurate ones. So here are a few that you can say, okay, that will help you. Everyone I show secret to the first time gets it, builds big teams without me, and we walk stage Crown Royale 2023. If somebody can write these down, or I will put them in the chat later. Everyone I show secret to gets it the first time, builds massive teams without me, and we walk stage Crown Royale 2023. Maybe it's 2024 for you. Maybe it's 2025 for you, whatever that may be. I am chosen for greatness. I am the one. I am chosen for greatness. I am the one. Everyone that is attached to me and that I love is winning in a big way. I am so grateful everybody in my life is healthy, happy, at peace, and wealthy. I am so grateful my name is in conversations that I have no idea about. I am so grateful everything comes to promote me. What are some of your favorites? I am a master at my emotions. That's been a big one for me. And it's helped me like you will not even believe in this last 10 months of my life. Jesus, boy, I tell you, I am the head and never the tail. Everything I touch prospers in his name. What are some things that you say every single day? How are you challenging those negative thoughts, those limiting beliefs? Because it's not enough to read the book. It's not enough to get on the call if you're not actually applying it. Again, knowledge on ice versus ignorance on fire. I'll take ignorance on fire every single day. Yes, Michelle. She said, yes, thank you. I love that. Money loves me. Money comes to me in multiple streams. Yes, one of my favorite ones is money comes to me on an ongoing, continuous basis. I am so grateful. I am the biggest tither I know. Like, if you're, man, that's another conversation. I'm not even get into that. But absolutely, make sure that you are challenging that. Another technique is visualization to refocus your memory. So what do I mean by visualization? Using your imagination. Sometimes I love having play dates with my nieces and my nephews, and I literally, my friends who will make fun of me, one of my closest friends are Darren and Sarah Walker, and they have 3 beautiful children, Faith, Zeal, and Kingston. And I literally would just sit in the playroom with Faith and Kingston and just play with them. And I'll let them lead the play date, because have you ever sat there and just seen the imagination of a child? It's out of this world. It's out of this world. It's quite incredible, right? Sometimes the other day, J.A.O.N. is on this. I don't know if he's in yoga yet, but you know, I was with his son, with Bubba, with Jace, and he's like, he has cars and he's going with the cars. And it's like the visualization is so precious. It's so precious. So the visualization is imagining a positive or empowering outcome. the mind can be trained to refocus on positive aspects of a situation or a memory. So utilize your mind to serve you. Visualize on what it is. Drive by a mansion. Go drive by the Lambo dealer. Go envision and visualize yourself, because I promise, visualize yourself on that stage. Visualize yourself speaking on stages around the world. You know how many times I've visualized myself speaking on stages around the world? Do you know how many times these are things that have become a part of every aspect of me, of just, man, of me teaching visualization? Like I will go, like I spend hours sometimes with people, just techniques on visualization, on making sure that you're doing this, making sure that you're doing things that are serving you. Because again, it's what you're focusing on is what's going to expand. I'd rather spend time visualizing me on stage than spend time visualizing my uncle telling me no, that your business is not going to work, that you're not going to prosper. Because again, which one do you think is getting you closer to your goals and getting you closer to being in alignment with your purpose and getting you closer to the level where you want to be? So you want to change your relationship with success. You want to change your relationship with money. You want to change your relationship with abundance. You want to change your relationship with prosperity. You want to change your relationship with growth. You want to change your relationship with communication. Start changing your thoughts. Start changing what you're focusing on. Hope you guys got some value from that. So moving right along, mindfulness, meditation, right? It can also be helpful in refocusing your memories. I say all the time, prayer is talking to God, meditation is listening to God. Meditation has completely changed my life. And I will tell you that by practicing this mindfulness, the people are going to learn to observe their thoughts. You're gonna start being more mindful of, okay, this is what I'm thinking of. Like, it is important to know that the more that you can change what you're thinking of, the more that you can change your life. Because refocusing memories, it could be something that's complex, or you may say that, man, this has been, Pam, a challenging process, right? But it's challenging, especially when those are traumatic memories. And I tell people, listen, get a therapist, get a counselor that's helpful in the process. If you think that is something for too much, mental health is very, very, very real in every aspect of our life. But understand that your life will follow your thoughts. Your life will follow your thoughts. So if you want to change your life, change by what it is that you're thinking. Transformation is the result of renewing our mind. Your life doesn't change by changing your life. Your life changes by changing your thoughts. If we're talking about, a thought is simply defined as all the ways we are conscious. That's it. All the ways that we are conscious beings. But on a daily basis, we're processing over 70,000 thoughts per day. No thought comes without a feeling, and no feeling is void of a thought. So how do you move forward? How do you embrace change? How do you transform daily in your faith, in your family, in your fitness, in your fortune, in your fun? It starts by controlling your thoughts. Start by controlling your thoughts. So this has been your Breakfast Club call for Thursday, June 1st, 2023. Breakfast is officially served. Really quick, I did want to say something. Last night, Maximo Laura absolutely had an amazing call where he was talking about, a challenge that we are doing. If you were on that call, type a 1 for me in the chat. If you were on that call, type 1 for me in that chat. If you were on that call. Okay. So not a lot of you were on the call. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 2 of you guys that were on the call. Cool. So I am going to really quick. I'll send you the replay as soon as I get it, Suhani. It's not out yet, but pretty much here's the game plan, right? And then we can say we're finishing. But here's the game plan. Here's the game plan. If you're the person that's like, look, I want to be able to build my business. Is there anybody on here like that? That's like, man, I want to build my business in a massive way. I want to make sure that I'm having trouble I'm having trouble perhaps inviting, or I'm having trouble I just kind of need some instruction. A lot of you said me. Awesome. So I am going to, Suhani, I just sent you this. Let me know if you can post that for me, please. Give me a second. But the cool part is that what we're doing is for the next 10 days from now until our SRT, right? From now until the SRT, we are going to be doing, this was the huge announcement. Every day, every night, there's going to be a nightly webinar at 9 p.m. Eastern by the top leaders, every webinar at 9 p.m. Eastern. And what we're going to do is a 10 by 10 challenge. And the 10 by 10 challenge is very simple. You're going to invite 10 people by 10 a.m. 10 people by 10 a.m. And here is the invite. Don't change the invite. Keep it just like this. If you change it, you're lost. Don't change it. And I know there's some people that's like, I want to put my swag on it. Relax, soldier boy. You don't need to put your swag on this, okay? Just stick to the script, because we have intentionally done it like this for a reason, okay? Here is, if you're a texter, type a T in the chat. If you're a texter, type a T in the chat, right? And if you're a caller, if you're like calling better to invite, type a C. I want to see, where are my C's and where are my T's, right? Yes, you are a T. You're a texter. What's up, Deja? Blessings. Suhani says, I'm kind of both. Awesome. I'm both, but I'm a caller, because you're going to get this work. You gonna feel this energy, like your energy, no matter how much emotions. Somebody said texter. Cool. Awesome. So there's something for everybody. Suhani, the last part of the text after the website was cut off. So if you could please just copy it from where it says reminder text and post that in the chat. And I'll post this in all of our chats as well. And a lot of the leaders on this call, you guys will have this. But here is the text. Hey, Deja, this is it, okay? Hey, Deja, curious, are you free tonight at 9 p.m. to be by some internet? Hey, Deja, curious, are you free tonight at 9 p.m. to be by some internet? Here's why we used the word curious, because it makes it fun. It makes it, and here's what it does. When you use certain words, okay, and verbiage matters, and this is what by one of the experts in this industry, okay? Maximo Lora, he's a beast at inviting. He's a beast builder. He's a beast at speaking. He is a beast when it comes to this thing. So, and he's a legend in this industry. So we're utilizing these words on purpose. Hey, Deja, curious. What curious does is it eliminates any type of pressure, and it kind of just eases the person because it makes it a little fun, right? So, hey, Deja, curious, are you free tonight at 9 p.m. to be by some internet? If she says yes, then here's the next text. Awesome. I'm launching something exciting on June 10th, and I want you to see it before everyone else. I'll send you the Zoom link closer to 9 as a reminder. That's it. If she says yes, okay? Now, I got some callers on here, right? You'll be able to copy this, Asia. Don't worry, I'll send it to you. It'll be on the chat as well. I have some callers on here. Hey, now I'm going to use Delicia. Hey, Delicia, real quick. Are you free tonight at 9 p.m. to be by some internet or your computer? Delicia says yes. Awesome. I'm only going to move on to step 3 if the time is cleared. Awesome. I'm launching something major on June 10th, and I want you to see it before everyone else. Step 4, I'll send you the Zoom link closer to 9 p.m. as a reminder. I can count on you being on, right? See, words like, I can count on you being on, right? That is called a tie down question. Okay, that is called, I am reinforcing, I'm tying you down to your commitment. The more, and here's the cool part. If somebody is like, what is it? I want you to see it the same way I saw it. Plus, it's too much to explain over the phone. That's what tonight's Zoom is for. I'll see you on there, right? Don't change it. Don't try to reinvent it. Just do this. There's about 35 of us on this call right now. If all of us, all we did was do this, we are going to blow the SRT out of the water. If you have not registered for the June 10th regional, it is secretdirectevents.com. Make sure you are registered for the SRT. I promise you, you do not want to miss it. Equally, make sure you're registered for Freedom Academy. But this particular challenge, it's a 10 by 10 challenge. Now, again, it's about to be 9 a.m. So you're going to send out 10 texts by 10 a.m. If you are committed to this challenge, I want you to put 10 by 10 in the chat. 10 by 10 in the chat. All you're doing is sending 10 texts. Hey, Deja, curious, are you free tonight at 9 or to be by some internet? Awesome. I'm launching something exciting on June 10th, and I want you to see it before everyone else. I'll send you the Zoom link closer to 9 as a reminder. I can count on you being on, right? Again, tie down question. What is it? I want you to see it the same way I saw it. Plus, it's too much to explain over the phone. That's what tonight's Zoom is about. I'll see you on there. Here's a reminder text that you can utilize. Listen, friendly reminder, the webinar starts in an hour. Make sure you download Zoom. Here's the link to get in. And I'll send them the webinar link. It's webinar.let'impacttheworld.com. I'm excited for you to see this. 5 minutes before the webinar, the room is open. Jump in. See you inside. You could see that. You could send that to them. 5 minutes before, hey, the room is open, jump in, I'll see you inside. Here's the follow-up for after 2 days. Hey, Deja, texted you 2 days ago. I'm guessing you've been busy. I wanted to update you on some things. What evening works best for you? This is if a person, you text them, and they haven't responded, right? But I promise you, if we all do this, and here's why here's the mindset and the vision behind that. I love this and why I got behind rallying up behind Max on this, okay? Because it's about us getting people to see the information. It's about them to, again, we're launching something June the 10th. So this presentation, this webinar is not going to be a regular webinar where people are getting into residual income. No. All we're doing is talking about the club. We're going to talk about Club Secret, and then we're going to say, hey, we're not even going to go into the business, but we're going to give them the option. Look, for $49, you can add $49 to a pack or $49 to $100 membership, and you can make money off of this if you want it. Because again, all we're doing is doing a 10 by 10 challenge because we want to blow the SRT out of the water. We want to have as many people there. So again, you want to talk about utilizing those tools to transform your mind, utilizing those tools to, again, reinforce, reframe, and refocus. Now is the time. Reinforce your beliefs because, again, your beliefs determine your behavior. Reframe your perceptions because if you don't like the way you're feeling, check the way you are thinking, okay? And last but not least, refocus your memories. Are your memories making you, or do you make memories? Remember, your life will follow your thoughts. It's action. It is all gas, no brakes, 10 by 10. Make sure you guys are tapping in. And I saw a lot of you guys that said, hey, I'm in. I only saw a few of you that said 10 by 10. And I'm telling you right now, participate in your own rescue. Like, we're not doing this for our own health. You know, it's interesting because Max asked yesterday on the call, when was the last time you sent out 10 text messages by 10 a.m.? I'm like, this morning, right? Because I'm doing this. Like, success is a contact sport and rent is due every single day. So this is us doing our best to share with you some tools that have been helpful and that are helping us grow in every aspect. So if you are committed to doing the 10 by 10 challenge, I strongly suggest that you get with one of us. We're going to go ahead and post that in the chat soon. You'll see it after this call, but breakfast has been served. I appreciate you guys. Blessings on blessings. Let's get it. Let's grow. God bless. Great day.